exercise 4D is the same as 4D is the same as 4B, yeah? Okay, so we are trying question 5. So you have Y. So all look here. I'm going to give you the answer. So I give you Y equal to X root X. So to find the dy dx of this, I have to change it to x to the power of 3 over 2. Got it? So my dy dx, y is power of 3 over 2, you know, huh? So it will be multiplied by the power take away 1. So this means 3 over 2 root x. So before I can answer the question, I will use this concept, very important, antiderivative concept. If I integrate f prime x dx, I will get back my fx plus c. So this is the concept that you always must write down. So I will write down, if I integrate 3 over 2 root x dx, I will get back my y, that is x root x. I will put plus c at the end of it. So 3 over 2 times root x. So I can say this is 3 over 2 times by integral of root x dx is equal to x root x. So therefore, my integral of root x dx will be 2 over 3 x root x plus c. So if this question come out in the exam, you will get 3 marks. Where is the 3 marks? Let me tell you. Here, 1 mark. Here, 1 mark. Final answer, 1 mark. That is how the mark allocation. So this step is the one that I bracket, the concept I bracket up in red is very important. You write according to the situation. Are you clear? Okay. So that will be exercise 4D all about. We have done it many times in 4B. And I give you more complex one. Am I right? Okay. So today I'm going to cover all the rules. All the rules, that means all the 4E. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into 4E. That is, you talk about the rules. When you talk about the rules, do you have a choice not to do? Dixon, where is your paper? You bring paper, but you didn't write. Oh, Dixon, very clever one. So this time S84, I must make it like S83, I must make Dixon like that. Either get an A plus or E. Dixon. Okay, when you say about rules, that means you have to remember the way to do it. Okay, the first very important rule is, if I integrate 0 with respect to x, what do I get? A constant. Am I right? Because you differentiate a constant, you get 0. Tom, where's your paper? Writing or not? Okay, good. You all got photocopy mine. Okay, good. Number 2. If I integrate a constant, okay, I call this constant k. If I integrate a constant, what will I get? K. Okay, I will get k times x. I will have k times x plus c. Am I right? So when you talk about constant in maths, Examples of constant. I is irrational number. We all are max method. We are simple people. We don't talk about imaginary number. Pi. Okay. Example of constants are pi. Some more? 2. Some more? Ln 2. E cube. All these are constant. Everything nothing to do with x. So if I ask you to integrate ln 2, what do you get? Ln 2, please bracket it up. What ln 2x? Do you know you read like that? Ln 2x means like that? No. I will read ln 2 times x plus c. So the bracket is very important. If I ask you to integrate e dx, what do you get? E times x plus c. You all like to use shortcut. I don't like to use shortcut here. Okay, so that is the second thing you have to remember. Third rule. Third rule is power terms. When I say power terms, the base is the variable, the power is a constant. So if I ask you to integrate a constant times by x to the power n dx. Okay, so there are 3 steps you have to, 2 steps you have to do. First, power plus 1. Please write down your own formula, power plus 1. So ax power plus 1, n plus 1. Second step, divide by the new power. That is n plus 1 plus c. Got it? That is called power term. Okay, now, if I give you this, integrate x root x dx. Now you tell me how to do this. I have to make it to single power term. So I have to make it to x to the power of 3 over 2. Got it? Okay, now you integrate, follow them. Wow, my A student are very stylish. They're very stylish. They come to class. So power plus 1, you can take out your graphic calculator, you plus. That will give you 5 over 2. Understand? So I will say power plus 1. Divide by the new power plus c. Okay? If you don't know how to simplify, you get your graphic calculator, divide by 5 over 2. Then you change it to fraction. That will be 2 over 5. Let the calculator handle all this. Okay? If you are a person who find that all this calculation will make you confused. But if you can do it manually, go ahead. So this will be 2 over 5, x to the power of 5 over 2 plus c. All right? So that is how you use. So whenever you want to use power term, first of all, it's like integrate differentiation. You have to say whether you can simplify it or not. Okay, now, next one. I give you another example. If I give you this, okay, how to do this? I have to simplify. Don't say bring up, okay? I hate the word bring up because always make mistake. I will say you split into two. Am I right? So I got two terms. One is x to the power -3 plus the other one is x to the power -2. Correct? I can simplify at the side. Then I bring it back here and do the integration. Yep. Okay. Then I follow my rules. Okay, can you please follow the rule and get the answer? I cannot go too fast, huh? Hope you understand. Okay, follow the rule. Power plus 1 divide by the new power for every term step. Power plus 1, -3 plus 1. If not, you just take out your calculator. -3 plus 1. Okay, they give you -2. So you don't have to waste time thinking. Plus power plus 1 divide by the power plus c. Always remember. And this will be -1/2x squared minus 1/x plus c. Okay? So in whatever situation. Okay, so now let's talk about the third one, the fourth one. Okay. Can I? Now, the fourth one, I want to talk about the fourth rule. Okay, now if I give you this, I ask you to integrate this. Can you use the simple rule? Can you use the power term? Can. You have to expand. Are you going to expand this? No. So that's why mathematicians come up with another rule to make your life easier. So rules are to help you to make your integration much easier. If you see this case, so what to do? Okay, so bear in mind the fourth rule. Fourth rule is talking about integration of a number times by a linear form. Inside must be linear, linear form, then power n dx. So when I say linear form, that means the x in the bracket must be power 1 plus another constant. If don't have, then we can simplify to the power n dx. Okay, so for this one, what you need to do is, first step, you have to copy the whole thing, copy all. Second step, power plus 1. Third step, you have to divide by two numbers. Divide by the product of the new power and the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x means the good friend of x. Okay, so you follow whatever I say there, then you try to come up with the formula by yourself. So it will be copy down the whole thing. This is called copy down the whole thing. Power plus 1 divide by, there are two numbers here. One is the new power, one is the coefficient of x. So can you please try to do this one using the formula? Don't worry, Miss Social can finish one. Have you got the answer? Follow the formula. Copy down the whole thing. Power plus 1, that is 6. Divide by, there are two numbers here. One is the new power, the other one is the coefficient of x. Then plus c. So it will be 2x plus 3 to the power of 6 divided by 12 plus c. Inside must be linear. Got it? Good. So now I want to challenge you. If you are given this, can I use the fourth rule? Can I use the fourth rule? Why not? Oh, no constant. Okay, never mind. I create one with the constant for you. Now I create one with the constant for you. This one also got constant what? 2 what? Huh? But this one can or not? Also cannot use rule number 4. So when we talk about rule number 4, it's not a matter of the constant, no constant. It's a matter whether the inside there is a linear or not. So is this linear? Aha. So that's why tak boleh cerita. So if cannot, what should you do? Skip the question, okay, and you get 0 mark. Very good. So you have to expand. Oh, so you know how to expand this? Ayo. Young people give up so easily. Front square plus 2 times the front times by the back plus the back square. Do you know that? That is how you expand square. I'm telling you. Expansion of square. A plus B square. Ayo, SpecMax student. Mana boleh. SpecMax student, if you can't expand quickly, correct? You do SpecMax sure mati one. Ayo, I'm not your boss, I'm your teacher, okay? Okay, so you got like that. Integrate x squared plus 2 plus x to the power negative 2 dx, correct? And now you start to integrate. I will not ask you to do this. This one cannot do yet. Don't do. This one after I will see. We will see how to do. This one don't do. This one cannot do yet. There are certain parts that you don't know how to integrate yet. Okay? So just now SpecMax, do you want to go now? Go. So bad. So x power plus 1 divided by the power. What is the integral of constant 2? 2 times x. Ayo. Power plus 1 divide by the power plus c. So far, so good about the 4 rules. Okay, let's come to the 5th one. A 6th one, after we finish, we can go back again. Everyone like to go back so early. Okay. Have you got the answer? Okay, ready? Okay. So you stop me. If I run to the other slide, you just stop me. Hey, don't chit chat in class. Memorize the rule. Oh, you memorize, you don't disturb your friend. That's why I don't like to talk in class. The reason is like that. Even I'm fast, correct? I will try to remember all the formula. One go. I go back, I don't have to study anymore. Okay, can I? Okay, now we want to go to the 5th one. Sorry, 5th rule. Okay, the 5th rule will be talking about exponential term. Okay, the 5th rule is about exponential term. So when you talk about exponential term, you must recall all your indices rule. Are you clear? Okay, now if I ask you to integrate e square dx, so what is the answer? Is there any x at the power of the exponential? No, so this is a constant. So it will be what? E squared times x plus c. Am I right? I'm using the 2nd rule. Okay. Can or not? Okay. So bear in mind, what are exponential terms that I can find the integral? So it must be a number. E, the power here must be linear. Okay. So example, A, E, linear means bx plus k. K can be 0, but B cannot be 0. Okay, dx. Okay, so this will be first step. Copy down the whole thing. Copy all. Copy all. You like to drink coffee? Coffee is good for you. You drink a lot of coffee, you will be like me, very good in maths one. I've ever drank 8 cups of coffee a day. I've ever drank 8 cups of coffee a day when I do editing that time. You didn't drink coffee, Ayo, but you good in maths or not? That's why. So drink coffee, start drinking coffee. Okay. Afterward, I share with you. We finish this one first. A, E, so copy down the whole thing, first step. Second step, divide by the coefficient of x. So divide by b, n plus c. Okay, so that's it. So exponential very easy, that's it. You say. Okay, so now I ask you to integrate this. 5e to the power of 1 minus x dx. Okay, integrate. So copy down the whole thing. So copy lah. Divide by, what is the coefficient of x in this case? -1 plus c. So it will be -5e to the power of 1 minus x plus c. I didn't say it cannot be 0. Oh, the b cannot be 0. If the b is 0, it will become a constant. So it will follow this one. Okay. Are you okay? So now, let me test you further. What question should I set? Okay, let's go by here. Integrate e to the power of 5 minus 2x, then power 3 dx. So look, for this case, can it be simplified? The answer is a yes. If I a to the power of n, I use my indices law. A to the power n, then power m. So this will be a to the power n times m. So in this case, my power will be 5 minus 2x times 3. So I do it at the side. So it will be 3 times 5 is 15 minus 6x. Get me? So I write it down here. E to the power of 15 minus 6x dx. So now is it linear? Yes. So now you copy down the whole thing, divide by the coefficient of x, then plus c. Done. Done. Okay, since your class got a lot of smart people, correct? Let me create a smart question. Which rule must I use? Why expand? Huh? Easier, meh? Why should I expand? Expand sometimes to waste time also. Can I apply any of the rule? The fourth rule. Fourth rule only for exponential term or not for exponential expression or when you got more than one term, it's called expression. Can I use the third rule? Cannot, because inside is not linear. That is the reason I have to expand and settle my problem. So now expand and settle your problem. So you see, when I do through, correct, when I look through, correct, I go rules by rules. I analyze. So no choice. But my teacher still want me to do. So expand now. Now you expand. Okay, when you expand for a square, correct, you always remember. The one in front, I say is the front. So I said the front square plus 2 times the front times by the back plus the back square. Are you clear? So I go by that rhythm. Okay, e to the power x squared plus 2 times of e to the power x times 2. Then plus 2 squared dx. So this can be simplified as e to the power of 2x plus 4e to the power of x plus 4 dx. Okay, so now This one, I use the exponential term constant. Okay. So I have e to the power of 2x, copy down the whole thing, divide by coefficient of x, plus 4. Copy down the whole thing, divide by coefficient of x. I am the beginner, I will write down that. To remind myself, always must divide by coefficient of x, plus integral of a constant is the constant times x, plus another constant. Got it? Hello? Done. Okay. Just now I say, I go and search, where is the one I can search? I say this one you can't solve. You can't solve yet. So I want to get to the 5th rule. Okay, I'm going to 6th rule. Okay, 6th rule. So now, if just now I ask you to integrate this, so 6th rule. 2 plus 1 over x squared dx. Okay, so you look at here. Integrate 4. 2 squared is 4, correct? Plus 2 times of a times b. Plus 1 over x squared dx. So now I have this. Look, 2 of them I can settle. This one can settle, this one can settle, no problem. But can you settle this? Okay, you tell me which rule to use. I show it to you. I know lah. I haven't teach ma. You are advanced student ma, spec max student. Yeah, later. Later spec max chapter also got. So your spec max teacher is very clever. They teach calculus later because your max study teacher will teach you already. So clever ma. So she don't have to teach ma. I have to teach very hard ma. Not clever. Okay. So cannot settle, correct? Can I settle with the power terms? Cannot. Because if I use the power term, correct? You look. If I integrate this, I use the power formula, you see, so this will be 4 power plus 1. Then I got 0 divided by 0. This become undefined. So let's go back to our second rule. What should you add to here? In order to use this rule, can I use for any value of n? No. N cannot be -1. Please write it down. Please remember, n cannot be -1 if you want to use power terms rule. And also, let's go to our 4th rule. Same thing, please add on. N cannot be -1. Now I clever. I purposely don't want to say first. So remember, the 3rd rule and the 4th rule can only be used for any value of n except -1. Okay, so now, if I got the situation like this, then what to do? You think of, you differentiate what, you will get this form. Yes, because if you have ln x, when you differentiate, isn't it you got the fraction like that? So then we can settle this. This is 4x plus 4 ln. Every time when we use ln, we make sure whatever in the ln must be more than 0. So we put a modulus there. Modulus means absolute value. Then plus power plus 1 divided by the power plus c. So I'm going to give you the 6th rule. 6th rule is like that. How you go? I have a number divided by a linear form. Only linear. So the answer will be, first step, write down the A, then ln whatever at the bottom. Linear form, linear form. I must stipulate linear form at the bottom. If not, if the bottom got square, also you put there. Linear form at the bottom. Shouldn't say bottom, okay? Should say denominator. Okay? Then second step, you have to divide by the coefficient of x. Okay? So A ln modulus bx plus k divided by b plus c. Okay? So these are the 6 rules. There are a lot of other things I can manipulate it, change it, so that I can apply all these 6 rules. So that one, I will talk about it on Monday. So you try to do all the exercise in chapter 4. Clear? Hello? Okay? So later on Monday, I will show you some other things, whereby how am I going to change it so that I can apply all the 6 rules.